All right, we have a data sufficiency question, and they're baking a little bit of additional information into the question stem itself. I've organized that here. And basically what I'm saying is the cost per pound of the apples is called A, and the cost per pound of the grapes is called G. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking to solve A. Now, statement one is the easier of the two statements to evaluate first. That tells me that G is exactly $2. If I can plug that in, I'm going to get $4 here, which means that 10A is equal to $8, and that is definitely sufficient. I can solve that for A. And actually, knowing what that value is going to be useful in helping us unpack this quickly in statement two. Because it's important to remember that since we solved already A equals 80 cents here, it's important to remember that these two statements cannot disagree with each other. And the author actually knows what the hard numbers are that we're dealing with. He's just not telling us right away. In statement two, he says that 2A is less than G. Well, I already know that A is 80 cents. So I know that I could plug in 2 times 0.8 is less than 2, because we also knew G was 2. But I'm sure I could come up with a different scenario if I made A equal 0.7, because G would become bigger than 2. Whatever it would become to offset that reduction in the price of the A, I could find some value greater than 2 that still solidifies this formula. And so because I am able to think of two situations here, this is definitely insufficient. I don't know what A is, if it could be 0.8 or it could be 0.7, but I'm only using this information here and this information here. I used the information I gained from statement one almost as a tip to just help me think of what values I could use to prove it insufficient by coming up with more than one scenario. And so that's the way I solve this question. Once you have statement one is sufficient and statement two is insufficient, that leaves us with only answer choice A.